And I think I showed you guys this a while ago with playing chords on a 5-string. You have the ability to be able to split that chord in half or just make that bass note jump an octave lower to make it sound a little bit more interesting, make it sound a little bit more full, like a guitar and a bass playing at the same time, especially when you're in the upper register of the bass playing these types of chords. So say for instance, you're playing a C minor 7, or it doesn't mean, yeah, let's take a C major 7. C major 7 chord. You're playing it up here in the upper register. So this will be your C, your E, and your B. You can omit the G. All right, so now if I wanted to play that C an octave lower, which I couldn't with a 4-string, I can move that C all the way down an octave. And the formation and the pattern for an octave is 2 strings down, 2 frets back, wherever you are. 2 strings down in pitch and 2 frets back in pitch. Okay, so we're going up to the E, to the B, back, half step, half step. So down 2 strings, down whole step. Same exact note. So you have a C here on the B string. So that'll get you to actually learn your fretboard a little bit faster as well. So just kind of learning those octaves that you already know, even up here. So you know your C, you know your D, you know your E, you know your F, you know your G, your A, right? So just take the octave of those. C, D, right? E, F, G, A. So now you know the whole entire scale on the B string now that you're new to a 5-string. Boom, there you go. On the A string. And then now you can do it on the G string because that's an octave too. Okay, so you get the idea. So C, let's go back to a C major. So let's move that C down an octave and let's keep the rest of the notes the same. So we have B, we're using the E and the B together. Now we're going to position our first finger. So now you have that low consistency of the bass note of a C. So now you have this actual tone or frequency right here. And this bass may need some intonation work. I haven't worked on it in a while, so the note might not be exactly on pitch, but you get the idea. Anyway, so that's a way that you can break up your major chords, or even play your extended upper extension chords, like your 9s and your 13s. A lot of the 13s that I like to play that with the B string, and just play the rest of the tones or the chords without playing it rootless, because I can play those chords rootless, right? So say if I wanted to play a C13. Okay, so that's a C13 without the root. I would have to do this, right? So C13 basically meaning root, 3rd, 5th, 7th, 9th, 11th, 13, right? So that's what that chord consists of. So what I'm playing here is the C, I'm playing the 7th, the 3rd, the octave of the 3rd, right? So that's technically the 10th, which is weird. It's weird to think about it like that, but just imagine I'm playing the 7th, the 3rd, and the 7th is just flipped. And that's my 13 right there. If I were to keep counting with the C major scale, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that's where that number comes from. The 13, which is also the octave of the 6. Yeah, I'm messing around with some different tones. So I have my 7, 3, and 13. So that's what I can use as a bass player to play these different chords and try to manipulate and try to get the essence of that chord, that 13, like a big, huge C13 chord that a piano player would play, and try to stretch that out and, you know, achieve that same sound on the bass with still only playing 3 to 4 notes. Okay, so 7, 3, 13, root, boom. See how pretty that sounds, right? Now, without that root note, I can play the rootless chord. But, you know, sometimes it's a lot easier. It sounds a little bit better when you get the context of where it's coming from. So that bass note, or even when I play an altered chord, right? So even when I play like a C altered. So sometimes I want to play that with the root on it, but I want to play the flat 7 along with that. But that's still a C altered chord, but that's without the bass note. So if I wanted to add those notes inside of it and still have the C, that's how it would sound.